How's it going, everyone? It's time to review Legends of Tomorrow, Season 1, Episode 15, titled Destiny. Spoiler review, make sure you have seen the episode. I just saw the Season 1 finale, just aired a few hours ago. CW's doing it right, baby. They're owning it. They are literally owning Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday nights coming this fall. And let's get ready to take over the world, man. Constantine needs his own show, CW. Please get that Constantine show on the road. Have it on Friday nights. It didn't work for NBC. I know it didn't. But when people want supply and demand and they want Constantine, do it. We will watch it on a Friday night. Just put it at 7 o'clock. Because nobody goes out at 7 o'clock on a Friday night. Go out at 9 or 10 o'clock. Ain't nobody go at 7 o'clock. You have time to sit down and watch a 1 hour show. So, that's just me, man. Should do it on a Friday night. Either way, let's get on to it. This is the last episode before the season finale, of course, so has a few juicy moments, of course, dealing with the Time Masters and Rip Hunter and all sorts of things like that. Let's get on to it, baby. I wrote it in pencils, so dumb me didn't have a pen at the time. So it may be a little hard for me to read, but I'm going to try to do it as fast as I can, recap it in 2 minutes, and then give you the pros, cons, and final score. Let's get on to it. Again, Season 1, Episode 15, The Legends of Tomorrow, Season 1, titled Destiny. First off, we have the Time Masters. They need Savage to save the world. Not much as they're the bad guys. The Time Masters are the bad people, but not as much as they're using Savage in order to save the world, because these things called the Targaryens, an alien race is going to attack the world, and if Savage is not the leader of the world at the time and all that, the aliens are going to destroy the human race. So that's sort of the thing, like, well, we ordered the strike on your family, Hunter. We had to do that because if Savage is not king of the world at the time, everyone dies. So it's kind of like time is screwing us over and all that, but every reason for everything that Savage has done is because the Time Masters allowed him to do that so he become leader, and it's basically a big FU to Rip Hunter and the team. So now that happens, man. They ordered the hit on Rip's family. He sees Ray's death. Yeah, that's the thing, because they show Rip and like he's looking at the Oculus and all that, and like the Oculus Rift. They're like, oh my god, look, 3D born, or like, oh my god, like actual first person born and all that. Not that. They're actually, and there are actually apps to that. Either way, going from that, he's looking and he's literally just like seeing Ray's death, and like he's trying to stop something and freaking explodes and all that. So it's kind of freaks him out, and Rip Hunter kind of walks back to his cell, and he's like, there's no stopping it. There's no way to escape. Like everything we've done. He's basically talking like he's been brainwashed, which he hasn't been brainwashed, but he's talking like it, like, oh my god, they tortured him. There's no point. Anything we do, it's just the Time Masters rule everything. They know what we're gonna do. So that's kind of sucky for them. So Mick is in shock therapy. They want to turn him back to Kronos. Of course, Jax tells the past Stein that the future needs help. Because remember, Jax is in 2016 because Stein sent him back because he had the radiation poisoning and all that. He's young again. And he goes to Stein from 2016, days before the Legends of Tomorrow pilot, where they take off with the Rip Hunter and all that. So it's days before that. They've already met Rip Hunter, but they're waiting for a decision and all that. So Jax goes and he's like, trust me, Gray, I need your help. So that's basically what they're doing there with his storyline. Kronos is reborn. Who are you? I'm Kronos. Now, of course, Snart and Sarah saved the group because they were stuck on the ship because a bunch of the guards were looking around. And now they're going to send Kronos to look for Snart and Sarah. Mick is still good because the thing is, he learned, I don't know how he did it. He said something like he was thinking about the team while he was getting shock therapy, like how much he likes the team and all that. He's like, don't tell the team I like them, like all that. That's why he didn't turn into the Kronos again, because he's still good, his mind's still there, which is really hard to do because, I mean, look at all that shock he got, man. That should have fried his brains up. So that happens. Mick cares about the team, like I said. They end up escaping, and he ends up getting Rip and all them out, and like all of them end up leaving the cell, and they go back to the Wave Rider there. Snart, like Sarah, there was a part where he kind of has the balls, and he sits down, and he's basically saying, can I have a kiss or something like that? And Sarah just turns him down. Sarah's just sort of like, and she kind of walks away. And I'm like, hey, start trying to, like, at the last minute, we're like we're one episode away from the finale, and you now make your move to do that. But it was, I'm like, hey, Snart and Sarah, it may work. I mean, they're both cold, if you know what I mean. So that could have worked. They go back to Vanishing Point, and they're caught, and there's this big fight that goes on. They're trying to destroy the Oculus. So Jax ends up coming back in style with the big ship that he was sent back to 2016. A big bomb going off. Adam is in the pocket because they're trying to stop the Oculus, and I believe that Rip or somebody knocks out the Atom, and I like how he puts Adam in his pocket. What happens if he suffocates in his pocket? He brings Adam out and he freaking makes him big. Oh shit, Ray. And he's just like dead. Freaking nosebleed and everything. Just he got smushed in Rip's pocket, like he falls. What happens like Rip falls and like the freaking smashes the Atom? I know he has an exosuit on, but let's just say like boom, freaking dead. That would suck ass, dude. That'd be really bad. Anyway, so Snart dies. Long story short, Snart ends up grabbing the bomb, and he tells they knock out Heatwave. Sarah takes Heatwave. Big man for her to carry, man, but she has that strength. I like that. She has that big strength, muscle. And she's running away, and Snart stays, and all the people, the Time Master's like, let go of that Oculus. There are no strings on me. Captain Cold gone. Boom. After that, Savage now can change the world, because Kendra's like, what are you going to do now? My dear, I don't have to save the world. I can now change it. Or he's like, I don't have to rule the world. I can now change the world. What did I think about the episode overall, man? First off, with the pros, I gotta say, the effects, of course, all the effects for the CW shows have been very well this season. Really well done this episode as well. Mick, I love how he didn't turn Kronos, because I was like, don't do Kronos again. Don't be a bad guy. And they ended up making Mick like, yeah, he's not Kronos. He's like, I told you what I'd do to you if I, He ended up smashing the guy's face with his boot and everything. Really cool, man. I enjoyed that. The alien stuff, the whole Targaryens, like, it basically, season 2, like, it's building up an enemy of what we can see in the future. And I'm like, an extraterrestrial? Sign me up, baby. I want to see some extraterrestrials on the CW. Who knows how they'll look? Hopefully they don't look like all, like, I don't know how that. I mean, I wouldn't mind practical effects, but they could be a few CGI little aliens or something, and like, it could work. The Targaryens, like Daenerys Targaryens. I might have been saying it wrong. Am I talking about Daenerys Targaryen? Holy crap! I hope it's Targaryens or Targaryens, but either way, really cool name for an alien species. Snart's sacrifice was emotional as well. I wasn't crying when he blew up because it was sort of fast. It was like, no strings on me, and then he dies and all that. But you do get his sacrifice, and hell, he went out in style, dude. I like that. And Wentworth Miller, he's not done with CW, dude. They'll bring him back. They brought him back. Well, they could bring him back multiple times, basically, because it's something called He Was Still Alive in 2013, 2014, 2019. So he's, they could always go back to the past and always have Captain Cold. The good thing is now I think he has a contract to be in Flash, Arrow, and Legends of Tomorrow, and he could be in Supergirl if they end up signing the contract for that. So I don't think we've seen the last of Wentworth Miller. Once he's done with Prison Break and they do all that, I'm assuming we'll see him sometime in the fall or 2017 again, which is really cool for that. Other than that, the action, the choreography, there were some pretty cool big action scenes in this episode. Jackson 2016, him working with Stein, and Victor Garber has to play Stein as in, like, if nothing happened in season 1, like, you filmed 15 damn episodes and you believe Stein that, like, so what happens in the future, Jackson? And he's just like, believe me, Gray, it's going to be fun. And you're not the same at the end of the road as you are right now. Like, you change. You change, Gray. And, like, I just like how that all worked out very well, and it was pretty smooth how they ended up playing that out, so that's cool. The ending about, what did I put? Kendra's laugh. I really was like, I was laughing in Vandal Savage, too, because the Time Masters are gone. There ain't no more Time Masters. What are you going to do now, Savage? But then again, he has to go and be like, I could change the world. Which leads to the finale, man. So that was pretty fun. So the only cons, is no cons, really. I mean, other than, I didn't write no cons, honestly, down, maybe because I forgot to write it, but other than that, I mean, there's nothing bad about this episode, per se. It's not an amazing episode, but I will say Snart's death could have been a little bit more... I mean, it wasn't emotional enough. Like, I wasn't bawling my eyes out like, no. Oh, but Sarah did kiss Snart before, which was really cool. I'm like, hey, my boy Snart, Wentworth Miller, though. Really cool guy. But there's not much to hate about this episode. I mean, other than a few little slow scenes or something, like they keep on going back to the vanishing point, which is like they leave the vanishing point, but then they come back, and then they it's very confusing on how that worked out. And also, how did Jax know? I guess Jax knew from Gideon or something where they were to save them. Like, what's cliched? Because there are a few cliche things every episode for a lot of the CW shows. Is that Jax comes at the right time, like right when the team's gonna freaking die, Jax comes. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I get it's a TV show, so it's supposed to be heroic and everything, but it's so cliched on how that happens. Like, oh no, get ready for a fight, and like your best friend arrives after being gone for so long, and he's like, yeah, boom, 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 woo, with guns and everything. So it you know, little stuff like that. That was kind of like, oh, how did I not see that coming, that Jax was going to come and save them? But it was cool. I like how he was like, you miss me and everything, and I love that Firestorm costume. Looks very awesome. Other than that, not much. I mean, other than like Kendra being taken, I think, like, come on, Kendra being taken by Savage, and that whole arc that they're going to do there. So that's just something kind of that ticks me up. But other than that, I'm going to end up giving this episode a B+ of Legends of Tomorrow. It's really good. It's not a great episode, but it is definitely, I think it's entertaining. I definitely like the whole Mick not being Kronos. A lot of stuff about it. A lot of cool things. The Time Masters are gone because they were starting to piss me off. I'm glad that they revealed like the bunch of the extraterrestrials, and also it was sad to see Rip sort of like knowing that his family, like they killed his family, and that whole backstory there. And that I'm glad they got back, you know, they got the Time Masters back. They're wiped out, and Rip Hunter is now... He doesn't have his family, but he has his new family, which is the crew. So comment down below, tell me what you guys thought about the Legends of Tomorrow episode, guys. And hopefully you guys watch my Season 1 finale review, and because it was pretty freaking amazing. So make sure to like, comment, and share the video, and hit that subscribe button for more. Until next time, I'll be seeing you guys later. Bye-bye.